looking at C melodic minor scales. We look up at the top and the letter names are C, D, E flat, F, G, an A natural and a B natural, then a C. All minor scales are written, their key signature would be, I show no key signature on this, but it would be three flats, E flat, A flat, and B flat. And I've had to raise the A and the B. We look down at the interval numbers. The simple formula for the scale is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, raise 6, raise 7, 1. We look inside at the whole step half, then 4 whole steps and a half. And this thing is very, very close to a major scale. It's just got that lowered third tone in it, and you would have a major scale. For a lot of people, you would think that that wouldn't be such a big deal to just move a note, but it really throws a wrench in the program. Looking down at the letter names and interval numbers of the scale, we do not have an open E flat 6 string. And I want to point out something on this particular page that I did just because I felt like doing it. That the E note, the very first note on the staff, and below it, the O for the 6 string tab, are grayed out. That means they're not going to be heard and they're not going to be played. So what happens then is as we go to do these, it will start and then it'll kind of have a pause and then you'll get to the next note. We look up at the interval numbers for the scale and we see on the letter names and the interval numbers the 4th fret of the 2nd string is an E flat or a flat 3 because we don't have an open first string as an E flat. So again, this scale fingering, like with the harmonic minors, the open string positions don't look exactly the same in their 12th fret octave. The chord shape is C, E flat, G, C, and we see the root flat 3, 5, and the root on the chord form and the interval by letter names and by interval numbers. Let's listen to this, and this is what this sounds like. Now I'm just going to scroll to the next scale fingering, or the next two here. This one we see, this is the chord. This does not fit on a C or an A chord. It fits in between the scale that starts in the 4th tone, and from the 7th tones I only show a root and a 5th because there's a lot of activity in this area. Okay, so this area and the one between the 7th and 8th frets, there's just a load of activity in those two areas. The scale shape just has a flat 3, so it looks almost like a major scale except with the lowered 3rd tone. We look down at the 3rd one and we see the scale starting to take shape. It looks more like the major scale with that A natural and that B natural, but that E flat again. So these are only a little bit off from what the major scale was. One thing to add with the melodic minor, when you do what are called diatonic sequences, the 4 and 5 chords are both dominant, and the 4 chord in particular has what's called an overtone dominant, a sharp 11 flat 7, I dearly love. And the 5 chord is a flat 6 flat 7, Mixolydian flat 6. And the 6 and the 7 chords are both Locrian, so they're both a diminished form of sorts. And the last one, the 7th chord, is sometimes called a superlocrian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are all flatted. And there are some tricks with that I'll show you when we go into the modes.